Encanto described their neighborhood park as frozen in time, saying the city of San Diego's ignored it for years. I'm Jesse Pagan. Carlo Giacchetto's off tonight.
I'm Marcella Lee. CBS 8's Shannon Handy is working for you on this story. She joins us live from Encanto with a look at how run down this park is and how the city is responding. Shannon?
Yeah, Marcella and Jesse, I'm here in Emerald Hills Park. This is actually one of two playgrounds within the entire park, and it's pretty sad looking. I mean, you can see the equipment's old, it has chip paint, and some of it doesn't even work. Now, neighbors say they were promised a new park by the city years ago. They even helped secure funding for it, but so far, nothing's changed. It's not 5-year-old Noah's favorite playground. He just plays here because it's the closest one to his house.
Well, I really want to see it's nice and clean.
You want a nice and clean playground? Noah speaks for a lot of people in Encanto who say Emerald Hills Park is anything but a shining example of what a recreation area should be.
A little run down, old. Probably built in '78 when the houses were built around here.
Yeah, everyone talks about how rundown the playground equipment is here.
Abby Martin is Noah's mom. She calls portions of the park embarrassing. Take this slide, for example, which is dented and made of metal, making it too dangerous for kids on hot days. The climbing structure is rusted and has chip paint. Then there are these so-called spring riders, which don't move at all.
Maybe these might need some springy movers.
They're part of a long list of complaints neighbors have. The tennis and basketball courts are cracked and the bathrooms are run down. Add in the water fountains, which they'd like to see replaced as well. This petition on change.org is calling on this city to revamp the entire area, saying it's been ignored for too long.
It's not meeting the needs of the community now.
Evelyn Smith has lived in the area for 50 years. During that time, she says the neighborhood has grown, yet the park hasn't evolved. Evelyn chairs both the Emerald Hills Town Council as well as the Encanto Park and Rec Board. She told me Emerald Hills was slated a few years ago to get a new park, which will include an amphitheater and dog park, but progress has been slow, in part because there's not enough money for it.
We have some fundings, but we do not have enough funds to do the entire park.
I checked with the city and found Emerald Hills Park listed on its website as a to-be-determined project with no set date. So I reached out to a spokesperson who said they are working to get answers to the questions I have. In the meantime, people around here will continue to wait for an update, which they hope will happen soon.
They want a park just like we have in the parks on the north of 8. We want nice things for the children of this community.
And again, the city did respond, and a spokesperson told me because there are so many departments involved with this project, it's going to take some time to give us the information we are asking for. So once we get the answers to our questions, we of course will update this story and share that with you.
Now, Shannon, you mentioned there are funds, some money set aside for some of the improvements needed. Any idea why this project's been delayed?
We're still trying to figure that out, but Evelyn said in working with the city, you know, it takes time. There's a lot of red tape. There's different things like the environmental impact report you have to work through. But neighbors are telling us there's more than $2 million in funding set aside for this project. So they're saying, hey, why don't you fix some things and then leave the rest for later? So we're still trying to figure out what their plan is. But Evelyn did say, keep in mind that we are in Encanto and there's other parks in this area, some of which were damaged during the floods that we had. So she says that's probably the priority right now, which will push this project back even longer. So we will see what the city says about this specific project, and we of course will share that with our viewers.
All right, Shannon Handy live for us tonight, starting to uncover what's going on with that park. Shannon, thank you.